Okay. What the heck? What is this thing? There we go. There we go. Now I can pop these in. Okay. There we are. Okay, I had that turned off.
Old man, you seek the spell of mastery.
Not yet, I don't. I'd never be able to pull off a spell of mastery victory. It's impossible in these circumstances. Ah, well. Where is... this. Oh, it looks like we're slightly off. Hold on. Okay, I have my first Colossus. Good. Wait, no, not this. Ah, fuck. One sec. There. There, that should work. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Okay, there we go. Got it. That is how it should be. Alright, let me look things over again. Colossus come into play faster. No, actually what I want to know... I'd love to keep one in my capital, but I think that is right out. Is this gonna... This island is finally done, and with it one of my precious gates. I can slide these two in. There's no way that's gonna hold. The worm's already been damaged by something. I mean, that's a hell of an army, but... I don't know, it might hold. I guess it depends on what... I mean, this hero's pretty tough, but... It could hold, actually. It's got a worm in it. So, actually, I guess that town might still be mine. Okay. Of course we need to buff this thing. I feel kind of silly giving something pathfinding when it's already got pathfinding, but that little bonus to its stats is huge. Well, small, but still huge. Yeah, we're giving it one last go. Star Rider. I have half a mind to hit this hero because it's sitting out in the open, exposed. But I'm kind of afraid to. So the thing we're going to want with the Colossus have to be escorted by paladins. Let me see. What else can I do? Honestly, there's not a lot else I can give them. But so long as they have paladins with them, they've got a little extra edge. All the buffs. I'm gonna want at least 3, probably 4, before we attempt this. I doubt it. I have no way of knowing. But I have never seen Spell Blast this game. See, part of the big problem is that I've been burning cities. Well, part of the big problem is that I can't hold anything. If I could hold stuff, I wouldn't be burning cities. Burning cities is such a bad strategy. Like, this is one of the few circumstances where it's... Because... See, normally burning cities, I mean, it was one thing when I could do it with magic spirits way back before settlements were well guarded back when, because it's like, okay, this costs me nothing, but as a rule you have to invest resources in an army, send that army out to attack a city, probably lose units, but either way, you're using your, you're investing resources, and you're burning somebody else's. That means you are down the resources that you spent on that war, and the person you burned a city of is down the resources of that city, and 3 other people in play didn't lose anything. So you're kind of boosting everyone that's not you and the person you're burning. It's bad. However, in this circumstance, we only have 1 player that's relevant. Only 1 opponent to speak of. So it becomes, I wouldn't say exactly a zero-sum game, but she still has far more resources than me. It's difficult. It's still not a great strategy, even in these circumstances, because when she takes a city, I'm down a city, she's up. When I burn a city, my opponent's down 1. So, yeah, still not the best way to do things. Detect magic. Hold on. How would oh, wait, you mean if they've cast detect magic. Right, okay, right, yeah, that's... I still don't associate the two quite like that, because I don't... Yeah, but you're right. The AI's behavior means that 100% it does this if that. So, I can look at that. Well, we're doing our last ditch effort here. I felt like I'd lost the game on Sunday, but we'll give it one last go. The Colossus is immune to Reaper Slash, and actually, I mean, that armor piercing from the Great Worms is still enough to potentially bring down a Colossus, but the Great Worm's poison doesn't work. Colossus has First Strike, and they're cheaper. But what I really love is they can throw rocks. Yay, skeletons! Let's see, how about Warped Wood? Oh man, engineers would be nice. Remember when I was building roads? Those were good times. I really wish that the AI would just leave engineers alone. Just leave them alone. So aggravating. Okay. Alright. I can't flame blade you, right? Alright, that's fine. This guy will accompany you. I could put immolation on you, though you're not really supposed to melee, but I'm just going to drop a resist elements. I can always water walk them later. Let's get the second Colossus started. Yeah, you're trying to wipe out this little heap. Well, if you want to chase them down, at least it'll force you a little bit further away. Oh, great. Okay. So... this. Alright. I might try moving out with a hit squad of just 3. At this point, I've ended up saving up a lot of units here and there in other cities. I might attempt to recapture one of my cities with the Colossi and shuffle. I mean, I'll end up weakening the defenses of multiple cities, but I've got a lot of paladins sitting around right now. I might just try to shuffle a few units into that city. And that would give me another point. I could make adamant. Well, I mean, the city is going to be completely wrecked, but oh well, at least it'll produce food and money and power. Hello, game. Are you going to continue? What is this? Where in the world do I have nothing but a Gorgon? Well, this guy... Oh, no! It's damaged. Firestorms? I didn't see any firestorms. What's going on? What is happening here? Oh, you are so dead, and I can't protect you. I could warp lightning one of them. I could give you resist elements. Just gonna all blast you with petrify. I was thinking about leak magic too, mana leak. This is thy one foothold in this plane. Okay, I was not expecting sonic blasts. You're so dead. You're so dead. There's nothing I can do for you. You're so dead. Oh. It's already buffed. Does elemental armor really protect against that? Because that ignores defense. I'd do it. I'd do it. Alright, I no longer have any foothold in this plane. Alchemist Guild? Right, somebody mentioned something about an Alchemist Guild being broken. I'll take a look. I don't remember that happening. What is it? Yeah, I gotta fix that. So I have to take a peek. What happened to it? Was it hit by a random earthquake? Probably. It must have been one of the random earthquakes that are being thrown around. I can never keep track of what city is being hit with effects like that. When they start throwing stuff around like that. It's like your turn never ends. You have so many. After the city was taken? So it's been out for a long time and I never noticed. Alright, let's see. So I'm already down a city today, and she's already up a city today. So I have to burn 2 cities just to make it even. I can't take any action for probably another 6 to... Oh my gosh, yeah, I see it now. That's terrible. That is actually really bad. How'd I not notice that? Yeah, that's really stupid. Not that it's going to make any difference at this point, but hey. Either this Colossus gambit works or it doesn't, but she's got another 6 turns or so, maybe more since I want to do buffs, to take my cities left and right and research super high-end late-game spells that make this unwinnable while I try to scrape together a new army. Oh dear, oh dear. No, I am not purple. I am green. If I was purple, the game would have ended a long time ago. I wouldn't have had vast seas of monsters wandering around in random places. Of course, if I was purple, half my army would starve to death and I'd have no money or anything. Yeah, that hero stack is going to chase my auxiliaries across the world. Cool. I could try to crack her capital, but I would have to sit until I had 9 Colossi to attempt it. And if I cracked her capital, it wouldn't do enough. Earlier, when I had all those great worms, I was thinking about it. Because my worms would have buffs and her worms wouldn't, and I was building up more and more and more of them, but then they all kind of died. And now, yeah, I just don't have the capacity for it. More heroes. How many heroes do you have wandering near my capital? Alright. What's my option now? Weakness! Oh, well, you know that's gonna change everything. Oh dear. Come on, give me the Colossus. These are my turns. Just pass, pass, pass. Ah, dear. I read the second book in the Furies of Calderon series today, or listened to the audiobook. Well, finished it actually. I've been listening to it all week. It's not an 8-hour book, it's like a 20-hour book. Anyway, it was really good. It was really good. The first one, well, I already talked about the first one, but it was okay. It was decent. The second one, though, was much improved. It was excellent. I'll have to see if I can get my hands on the third one. I'm gonna go grab something. I'll be right back. There. That should help me a little bit. Okay. I'm afraid that this room has become like an oven. weird because it wasn't even a warm day today. It was a real cool, damp day. But here we are. Alright. What good would the Klakon City do? That wouldn't be a cool big win. That would be a big nothing. At this stage in the game, Klakons can't do anything, and they don't even really provide particularly great resources. They're not a late game race. Alright, let me see. So you got 2 worms there. There's like this Klakon City's not worth anything. Look at the sheer level of rebels in it. It's just is not good. This city over here has adamant, and well, it's elves, but it can be useful. Founding a city over here is too late for founding, but there's Orhalcon. Like, this is. You put your finger on possibly the least valuable thing on my continent. Alright, let's see. I'm just going to put you here. And I'm going to pop you there. Now, over here, these cities are worth a ton. Look at this, 25 again, but they're beastmen. They produce power, they've got adamant. Much more valuable. And just as flammable. Alright. Oh, feel like we've got a bucket brigade here going. Nope, nobody has, whatchamacallit, detect magic, so nobody's sporting it. Alright. Oh. Boy, you're stuck on worms. We all agreed that worms are completely useless. They cost way more than... Oh my gosh. The worms cost too much and they die too easily. Last time we have firmly established great worms are not a viable strategy. 100% not viable. Why do you keep bringing up worms, Saravi? I would have to spend 3 turns per worm. It would take 27 rounds to get 1 stack of 9 worms. And the maintenance costs would be killer. Then there's the buffs. We're doing Colossi as our last hope. Our slim last hope here. Yeah, I could take it, and I could burn the Bug People city. But it's got 3 worms in it. It'd be easier to burn cities on the other plane. I don't know. All I know is I've got Colossi, and they cannot be petrified. They're immune to the worm's poison, which is most of the worm's damage. And the worms unfortunately have armor piercing, but, well, what can you do, you know? We'll just have to see how this pans out. There's so many cities. poison is just for show? Let me take a look at the worms for a second here. Pretty sure that their poison is a tremendous source of damage, but I could be mistaken. Let's take a peek. Either that or I don't understand how poison works because I'm not intimately familiar with the game's mechanics. But, I believe that poison is what makes Nagas so horrific. 25! 25 poison! That's a lot. That's an absurdly massive amount of damage. You sure that's just for show? Save at -1 or... Okay, so anything with a resistance of 11 is immune to poison. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was how it worked. Yeah, that's just great. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And earthquakes randomly kill my units. Right. Does that include the Colossus that's sitting there? Does that include the Great Worm? How does the Great Worm get killed in an earthquake? Well, we'll see. Now, they could try to Crack's Call my Colossi. Oh, let me see. That's only 2.5 times as likely to work as the Petrifies were. Well, you can't do everything. Did she have Crack's Call? I don't think I've seen her use that one. We'll have to see. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about hitting the Death Knights. It's very unlikely that I'll get something awesome like Conjurer. Actually, I don't think there's a retort that could save me at this point. Is there a champion that could save me? Any hero unit? Invisibility and flight would be nice, but those heroes are melee heroes that'd be utterly useless. Prayer Master, Barrier, Leadership, Soul Linker. If I could find a Soul Linker who wouldn't just die. And would have a bunch of levels, which they wouldn't. No. No, I can't think of a hero that could turn this game around. There's some good heroes, but none of them that can come out of the box to fight with great worms and the like. I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be underground during an earthquake. But I know that if there's a tsunami and you're underwater, you don't even notice. All right, that makes 3. Alright. Oh, I hope I don't regret this. I give you one of the worms. What are you? Okay. Nothing that's relevant. Food problems. Gotta make sure I spread it out. that if a city gets taken, everything doesn't start starving. Okay. Now, we need our buffs. We really need another one. Great, we've got one thing vulnerable to petrify. I wonder what's going to happen to it. Oh no, they took it. Well, so much for that. Well, there's still a few Death Knights over there, but we're not going to worry about that. Alright, we're going to see what happens. I need to get through one of these portals. Oh my gosh, how am I going to get through one of these portals? I don't know. Let's go over here. We'll attack this city. Oh, right. Hold on. You are also supposed to have a paladin. Stupid paladins that don't have adamant. Alright. So, I'm gonna try to retake a city. Okay, where did your pursuers go? They gave up the chase. Quick, return! Alright, I'm gonna pop you onto that island. Do something with those. What are they doing there? Dropped them off in a weird place, but just have them do some damage. Alright. Dress the Grey. As the Colossus and Grey Worms up as traveling tea servers, then send them to Flandre as Savers. Dress them up as geisha, you mean? Poison the tea and pray. Yeah. No, we'll just slip a slip an oak stake into the tea, hope that she drinks it, and that it somehow works its way into her heart. Personally, I prefer to just roll up some sunlight into a handkerchief. Vampires never expect that. I had a surgeon? I had a what by the Paladin City? I don't know what that is. Sun Jian? Oh, that won't work. Her sister Remilia went and made a scarlet mist to block out the sun. Presumably, it's why her whole world is so dark. If only we had a Reimu. If we just had one angry shrine maiden, we could solve this whole thing. Oh, that dungeon is full of demon lords. And unfortunately, it's quite a distance away. Like, I'm not going to spend like 10 turns walking over there to find that I get a pin of +2 attack or something. We need to do damage. So, we're going to see how effective the Colossi are. We're going to see what happens when I hit her cities. And I'm willing to bet that she's got Crack's Call and that she's just going to start spamming that. And the Colossi are probably just going to disappear. Although I think think the Crack's Call is 21 damage now. That might not be enough to swallow a Colossus whole. It's not. So actually it might be okay. Yeah, that might not work. Alright. Oh, hi there. I remember when I had you on my team. It was nice. Alright, here comes the first one. What do? They attack the paladins. I'm gonna need to see if I can give these guys iron skin as well. Hi. Yeah, I just don't want you guys getting hurt, okay? Yeah. What are you gonna do? Okay. Let's not charge cavalry into pole arms. Let's just not. Yeah, you can't Reaper Slash the Colossi either. But if one gets injured badly enough, then you could do the Crack's Call thing. Alright, I finally have one of my cities back. It's a total wreck. But it is producing 20 gold, 20 power, a bunch of research. Alright. I might slip an Earth Gate into it and then try to fill it with units very quickly. So I'm down one city, up one city, breaking even for the moment. Oh, I want more power, more skill. Alright, so there are audio problems in my last trimps, doggone it. I don't suppose you happen to have a time code? I'm making a note of it right now. There. I'll have to take a look and see how bad it is and what's going on. If it's really bad, I can take the video down and remove that part. If it's just a short segment, then I'll just leave the video up and hate it. I don't know. I don't know if Mirren has any sunlight. It might be subterranean. It might just be, They could be a moon orbiting a gas giant that gets what little light and heat that they need from... No, most of the heat would come internally. Because the gas giant would have a lot more gravitational... It would have a lot more... You'd have a lot more geothermal activity. I'm not going to try to get into the science of it. Then, yeah... It could actually produce enough light. It wouldn't be as bright as a star, but if they are... And they could still be orbiting a star, but the star could be way the hell away. They could be, like, just way, way too far away from their star to get a lot of light from it. So, yeah. It's totally workable. It could totally work. I see. 24:40. That is 14 minutes. I might just take the video down and re-upload it. I hate to do that, but in this circumstance, I think I have to. That's a huge chunk of the video. I could try to audio cast over some of it. jeez, when am I gonna find time to do this? I'll have to. All this and more on the Flandre News Network. All glory to Flandre. Maybe that's why she burned so many cities in this world. She was horrified by the sun. But eventually she came to terms with it and decided maybe she could use it as a giant blood farm. Chaos Channels. You're late. Still, I could put that on the palette. Cool. Excuse me, I'm trying to do things. Don't jerk my camera all the way over there. Alright, let me see. What else? We've land linked them, we've iron skinned them. I could immolate them. Resist elements. Resist elements. I feel silly putting resist elements on a paladin. Somewhere in my mind, I still think of them as being immune to magic. Oh, dear. Okay, we're gonna have to wait another turn before we move out. I gotta get that earth gate in place. Got to. Yeah, it's a bit late for that. I'm a nature mage. Can't I figure out that my city's on a fault line and do something to protect it? Well, anyway, my poor capital is going to be a total wreck. I can fix that easily enough. Audio fluctuations are probably because I was streaming something. I have to adjust my audio levels for different streams, and the software doesn't let me store profiles or anything. It's just like wherever you put the settings, that's where the settings are now. And if you don't remember to adjust them every single time you record or do anything, then they'll just be sitting in whatever positions you left them in. I should probably just create a checklist and just post it behind my PC of just things I need to do before every single stream or every single time I record. Part of the problem is, especially for my idle games, I tend to do a lot of my recording like late at night or when I've just rolled out of bed. Ugh. So it's easy to forget things. It's easy to make stupid mistakes. So yeah, thanks for informing me of all that. I'll take a look at it. Oh, I'll see if I can take a look at it tonight. Get in there. one more resist elements down. Okay, everybody's got their resist elements. Okay. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? Since I just happen to have done this, I'm gonna go ahead and do something stupid. Alright. Boom. Oh, crap. It looks like a field, but it's secretly a mountain. Okay. Alright. And suddenly you're here as well. Alright, let's find out what happens. Okay, you get back in there. Great, now what? Alright. From here. Foof. Oh, I sure hope nothing comes up to trouble that little island. We're coming! Alright. I'm just gonna step here. Yeah, I figured you'd do something unpleasant like that. Alright. So, there are demon lords in here. I'm gonna hit them. Why not? Since I just happen to have this earth portal thing. I don't like stretching myself out like this. Oh well. What is my favorite WRPG? I really like the original Baldur's Gate, but I also really love Darklands. I mean, that was my first Western RPG. I mean, Fallout's good, and I loved Arcanum. I know it's kind of a buggy mess, but I like it. And Temple of Elemental Evil was freaking amazing. Oh, I wish there was more of it. Unfortunately, after playing it the second time, it's like, well, now I know where everything is. And I know that I'll never be able to have the experience of playing it for the first time again. But if I wait enough years, I'll probably forget most of it, and then I can go back in again. Won't be quite the same, but I'm gonna say Baldur's Gate 1. But it's got stiff competition. I'm also really enjoying Wizardry 8. It's got one or two things that I'm enjoying the game, even though it has possibly it's got the mechanic that I hate the most for all RPGs. And yet I'm still enjoying it quite a lot because there's a lot to love about it. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Baldur's Gate 1. And Baldur's Gate 1, like, you can just go in any direction. It's way more sandboxy than most Western RPGs. Like, as soon as you get out of Candlekeep, you can just go anywhere. Well, almost anywhere. And everywhere you go, there's just stories and interesting things and such a wide variety of monsters. I mean, a lot of Western RPGs, you play a game like Kingdoms of Amalur and you're like, yay, this is a lot of fun, this is great. It's the same monsters though, and the same monsters, and the same monsters, and the same monsters, and the same monsters, and oh my gosh, look, it's the same monsters I've been fighting the entire game. But Baldur's Gate, you have such a wild variety of them. Are you? Oh, there it goes. Curses. Yeah, I know. Just gonna keep hitting it with earthquakes every day. takes like 1,000 years to build, but you can disassemble the city in just a few moves. Well, you've got the kind of resources to blow on something stupid like that. What are you doing that's making you take so long, Purple? Come on. Flandra forces me to sit through her tea. Her tea time. You're talking about the Nippon... It's a Nippon Ichi game, right? Hyper-dimensional Neptune... Something like that. They just use the same dungeon over and over? Wow. That's terrible. I actually am a big Nippon Ichi fan. Well, okay, I'm a big Disgaea fan. Well, I really like Disgaea, and I actually thought Disgaea 2 was even better, but I spend so much time playing a Disgaea game that I have not even touched 3, 4, D2, I think there's a 5. Oh man, La Pucelle Tactics was awesome too, though. And they have the greatest commercial in the world for a roguelike that I also haven't played. Something Ultimate Zettai Loser Hero. It's just the greatest video game commercial. It's like, holy crap. Other companies think that grinding is a bad thing. Nippon Ichi uses it as their prime feature and selling point. They just build their games around grinding. They're just like, no. No, grinding is fun. We're going to make it the center point. If grinding is not fun, then you made your RPG wrong. That's the Nippon Ichi philosophy. Nobody else thinks that way. Oh, man, but I do want to try the rest of the Disgaeas. I own at least a couple of them that I haven't... do I have another? I'm going to put you there. Okay. There, okay, now the cities are back as they should be. Not... Oh, Idea Factory. Okay. For all 3 games? Holy crap, why are you still playing them? Okay, I'll admit I did that once. Freaking dot hack. Dot hack infection. Holy shit, this game is freaking awesome! I get to transport my characters to the next game? Oh, this is gonna be great! Dot hack mutation? It's the same. I mean, the story is continuing, and the story's good, and I like a lot of the things, but the dungeons are the same dungeons. Like, they're kind of randomly generated kind of thing going, but there was only like they don't even create a new graphical anything. It's just then you play Quarantine. It's still the same. Then you play, what was the last one? Okay, Outbreak was in there somewhere too. Anyway, you play the last one. It has the great, awesome conclusion to the story. The story does a fantastic job. But the gameplay becomes so boring as it's just the same enemies, the same dungeons, essentially, just endlessly repeated. Alright, we're going in. I feel like I'm wasting my casting time and mana, but I don't want to lose a big expensive creature because I was afraid to spend 50 mana. Yeah, they're roguelike. They're random, but they're the same. They're the same. Even though they're randomly generated. The random generation was fun for 30 hours. It was getting a little bit old by the end of 30 hours. The random generation did not maintain the same level of fun over the course of 4 full-length RPGs. Unfortunately. Okay. I have... Alright. We have a lot of flying to deal with. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Colossi! Alright, the worm always gets hurt when it attacks. Really? You're more durable than a demon lord? That can't be right. Mystic Surge. I've never used that one. Look at all this crud sitting around. I'm just gonna dump the Clow Stick. Okay, alright. This is one I've been curious about. I think it's combat only. It is combat only. We're gonna have to see how it performs. Sadly, none of you can gain XP. Alright, I'm gonna try to hit this. I should be trying to reclaim it, but you know, maybe I have enough forces to hold it. I can try. No, I'd be better off burning it and reclaiming this one. Dark stone. 1 to 2 rooms? That's not a dungeon. Huh. Ah, weird. I'm having a lot of trouble imagining a product being released in that state and people liking it. For the characters? I know somebody who's got all of them. But that guy has he has 2 walls of video games. He is quite the collector. He's quite the collector, especially for RPGs. Me, I'd be satisfied if I could just finish my PS1 collection. I only need a few games, and I'll have all the RPGs for the PlayStation 1. That was a real golden age of RPGs. PS1 and PS2 and SNES. I mean, there were some real stinkers that came out in that era too, but man. There was this one RPG on the SNES that I hated. And there was a couple NES ones that were just really poorly put together. We'll take a look. I don't remember that, but it could be. But I don't know. We'll examine it before I destroy it. So far the Colossi are working. Whistle up another one. Another 4, so I can have 2 stacks doing this work. It looks to me like she's been continuing to take cities. It looks to me like there's less and less red and blue on this map. Chaos Channels. Shadow Demons, one of my favorites. Too late. Alright, we're gonna try to get Survival Instinct. It's gonna take a while. Okay. Alright. Pour the mutagen on the paladins! What do we get? Fire Breath! Interesting. Well, it lets you attack flying units at least. You know, it's alright. I would have preferred defense, but I just want them to not die. So, okay. If we get the Survival Instinct, they'll benefit from that. So I don't think there's anything going on these tiles. It's got adamant. Alright. But this city can never grow large and produce a lot of resources like this one. Still. Ow. Yeah, she's probably gonna be defeated soon, and she's already making worms. I don't think. Yeah, I don't want Flandre getting this. Let me see. Some of them still have mana, I see. Should have tried to snipe two that had mana. Oh well, whatever. Doggone it. They have 1 hit point per figure. You can hit harder than that. Oh. Hi. Yeah, no. Paladins win. Screw you. I just want to end this. Alright, this is back in my hands for the moment. It's got an earth gate right next to it. Oh my gosh! 20... Ah, man. That hurts. Alright. So... my forces are being stretched right now. Ugh, that's still there, is it? Are you gonna take out this city? I can't stop you. My forces are stretched too thin. I don't know if I can hold this. I'm just gonna have to burn the next one in every city after that. We're taking... We're doing what we can. Just keep smashing things, why don't ya? Still a second source of adamant paladins. If I can get that elven city on its feet again, that would be a second source of adamant Pegasi for what they're worth. With the earth gates, if I had 4 cities producing units, I could start holding things. Maybe. Oh, not really. You'd cast Armageddon, it would take a whole bunch of turns, and then she'd just disjunction it, And she has the resources to cast Disjunction easy. It costs her nothing to Disjunction. Whereas for me, I'd be giving up like 3 Colossi or something to cast 1 Armageddon. Armageddon is just not a winning strategy, ever. It's just a bad spell. It's I mean, in this circumstance, you know, it would make my allies turn on me, but there's nothing left of them to turn on me. I suppose they could throw some spells at me. But yeah. Meteor Storm would be a little bit better because it would hurt all of the units she's got all over the world. As long as she doesn't have that nature spell that heals all of her units every turn, which she doesn't, as far as we know. But yeah, Meteor Storm would be better, as it could potentially cut down her units. Still would be very disjunctionable. Still would be dubious compared to just summoning more stuff. But yeah. But it'd be a lot better. Cavalry! Oh, that'll get us out of this. Wow, now she's gotten real generous all of a sudden. Wish she'd been that way a while ago. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm gonna pump my research up. Alright. Thread the needle. Okay. Bonk. Putting you 3 over there. As well as you. Now. I hope nothing happens to my island. I like that island. Okay. So this city has paladins. I'll get you up in there too. Hopefully that's enough to hold for the moment. Wait a minute. Don't I have an earth gate over here? Yes, I do. No foom? Okay, there we go. Fly over to that island. Alright. 8 turns. Okay, let's make another Colossus. There's nothing I can target to Blaze of Glory. I'm telling you, that's not a thing that can happen. there's like, I could attack her capital, everything would die. I wouldn't even get a turn. Like, 9 great worms would go whoop, chomp. I wouldn't even see a move. And there's nothing she has anywhere that's vital. There's no city that she owns that's vital to her interests anywhere in the globe. So, yeah, there's literally nothing you can target. It used to be, in the vanilla game, your enemy had vulnerable points they had to guard. But in Caster of Magic, there's no vulnerable points to strike. There's just stuff everywhere. I don't know Let's say, okay, this is that one city that's been I've owned almost. I conquered this like an age ago in a previous war. Drat. Alright, let's see. What can we do to you? Summon fire elementals. Oh yeah, mana leak. Let's do that. Put up a wall of fire. I could fling a whole bunch of shatters at them. Elation. I've got fireballs. I could just do this. That's good too. Black Prayer. Hey, I'm doing better today than I have any right to. This has actually been me doing exceptionally well. Let's see. Ow, that's not good when you're running magicians. Alright. Let's see, you've already used your magic. You, however, aren't dead yet. What do we want to do? Those lightning bolts are eventually going to kill us all. The fireballs aren't going to do enough damage. But we can spread out the lightning by providing additional targets. While I play with things like warp lightning. Stalling for time. Okay, that's the limit on that. Why not? Funny how I have Fireball twice in my spellbook. Not too bad. I was thinking of starting to play with Shadow. Oh my gosh, why didn't you just begin with that, huh? Oh. Didn't work so well against them, but it did do a great job of clearing out my centaurs. So they did some damage, but I hold the city. I'll have to take a look at it and see. I think it's because the magicians always had Fireball built into them, and I think he kept Fireball as always being part of the magician's spellbook. So, since I actually know the spell myself now, that would result in 2 instances of the same spell. At least I think that's what's going on. My poor capital, all wrecked up by earthquakes. I never did get to make those Doom Drakes. Pity. Okay. Ah, crap. Oh well, whatever. Okay, you all sit there. Okay, you get up in there. Ah. And this city must burn. No way around it. I can't hold it, so it's gotta go. Starfire's on a paladin. That's amazing. That's annoying! Knock it off! Alright, they pretty much used up their magic. The walls are just gone. No! Well, we knew the Great Worm was were too fragile to be used. So much for that. And that survival instinct coming. Exactly, because you never had anything to do with it. Yeah, I couldn't imagine trying to work with a hex editor. Oh, dear. It was difficult enough sorting out what the bugs were working in C and Java. Ah, the island. Crap. Well, it's finally falling. I knew this army was going to eventually get it. Vulnerability, Wraith form. Now, invulnerability takes 2 off of every attack, and Warp Lightning is a series of attacks. So it's practically immunity to Warp Lightning. This Great Worm, on the other hand... Well, Great Worms are such fragile things. I mean, they're not as... They're still better than a Great Drake. But I think they're I think they're the second worst very rare summon. Okay, that time it didn't do anything. Huh. I just need one more shot. The 1985 game Master of Magic. And they burned it. Just because, I guess. I know. The Great Guiana Sisters for the Commodore 64. Some of the tracks from that you can see online they were being performed in concert halls in Europe. Great. Well, wish I had prayer. Thunk. Look at how epic the Great Worm is. Pegasi, who are pretty much worthless because missile immunity is so common. Pretty much just kill them. Massacre. Well, we're gonna hold, but this puts a serious dent in what military I have between this and losing the island I was storing them on. Yeah, I only discovered the Great Guiana Sisters a few years ago. I did a few videos on it, and the more recent Guiana Sister games. Oh, please. First strike it away! Hey, we hold! Shit. Yeah, this is going away now. Yeah. How many great worms did they have again? And their great victory was that the worms managed to eat 4 units. 4 non-magical units with no buffs of any kind on them. For a very rare summon that costs 550 to summon. Like, I appreciate how scary it is to have a teleporting unit. Like, teleporting is a very rare ability. It is really good. But I don't know. I kind of prefer behemoths, colossi, archangels, demon lords especially, sky drakes. I never get to have sky drakes, but magic immunity, they're just good. They're just really, really good. Yeah. The Great Drake moves 4 now. It can cross the battlefield in a couple of turns, but I would still rate the Great Worm as better than a Great Drake. Maybe that's the problem. Anything that's called great is not very good. Okay, put those out like a candle. Let's drop a fireball on. Oh, if I had possession, I could... Ah, well, I don't. Well, what do we have? Do we have anything that calls a save? I know I don't have Petrify. Weakness. Not really. Web, Mana Leak, Wall of Fire. Blade Shatter, Web. It's the best you can do. We're in the middle of trying the Colossus city. Paladins used to be the strongest unit in the game. They're still pretty good, but I would say that I would say that there are several Mirren units that are better than them. They're the best unit on the Arcanus plane. Without buffs in play. With buffs, slingers are the scariest thing in the universe, but that requires a lot of investment. Let's see. Oh, that didn't do anything. I think we're gonna hold out again. Though the next army that comes is going to definitely finish this off. Uh-oh. Mana leak for the win. Oh, if I could even drop a fireball, but I can't. I can't shatter the berserkers? Why? Oh, they're undead. Well... it might come to that. No, it won't. Warp lightning. Ha ha ha! We hold again! I actually don't much care for heavy infantry and halberdiers and stuff. I usually like the higher end units myself. Get out of here. Made me waste mana on that. I grew up with Master of Magic. I played it for decades before anybody had actually modded the game. So, I very much appreciate the modding. Get out of here! Leave me alone! Go away! It's gonna waste all my mana crystals at this rate. Spending more than that city's worth every turn, I think. Wait a second. This city has no units in it right now. Whoa. Alright. Oh, there's no way you can get there in time. Oh, I can't make an earth gate. Oh, right. It's already got an earth gate. Well, shit. Right, look. Okay, great. You're there. You stay there. Okay. Where are you three going? Oh, well. Okay, that'll help. Okay, what next? You're in my way. Alright, you all could use some water walking. The question is, where am I taking you next? I'll yeah. Let me see. All right. Man, look at what's left of this empire scattered across the world, and Satori, the once great Satori, is 2 cities, one in the midst of a giant wasteland, and the other kind of stuffed in a corner. Alright. Or a Halcon. Potentially magicians. Where's the nearest portal? There aren't any in the area, are there? Unless I want to go down there. I could just start torching these real fast. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, this city is on its way to a long, slow recovery. Get on to the next Colossus? Yeah, do that. Record of Lodos War. With Daedalus, and I actually think I mentioned this before. I really believe Record of Lodos War. Didn't Record of Lodos War inspire some Master of Magic base game wizards? I don't think so. I mean, Master of Magic predates the big anime. Basically predates anime becoming a big deal. I don't know when the Record of Lodos War anime was made or the manga, but Master of Magic was 92. I don't know. Hey, how's it going, Fardon to fly? I think this is it. I can't think of any way out of this. I'm looking at it, I'm thinking about it, I think it's just toast. Crap. Should've done a mana leak myself. Oh well. This city was expensive. You didn't just get to walk in and take it, did you? I made it hurt. 1993? Okay, 1993. Ha! One last kill. And you wrecked the city up pretty good. Let me see. My first anime was Saber Marionette J. I'll take a second to try to trace back when I got a hold of that. A friend of mine, she was kind enough to copy her VHS tapes and give them to me. It was... Let's see... I was in Death Valley, and then... came back to Alaska. Let's see, hold on. 9. $1998? Now, there had been a little bit of anime. I had seen Akira, but it was kind of very obscure, very niche. Then it started to take off when we got our own anime shop a couple of years later. Several anime fans put together their collections and started their own store, and it was awesome while it lasted. Anyway, it was a long and tragic tale what happened to that poor shop. I don't think any of the people that had originally put it together talk to each other anymore. I think it straight up destroyed all their friendships in the end. It was pretty terrible. Where's my army? I don't want to leave my capital undefended. But yeah, the first anime where I knew what anime was, because I mean, I had seen Voltron, Fighting Force, and other stuff growing up, but the word anime entered my vocabulary with Saber Marionette J. It's a really good show. Ah, okay. Though I doubt the people who made Master of Magic would have read Japanese novels. Seems unlikely. They might have gotten a hold of the anime adaptation or the manga if those existed at the time. But manga also wasn't really coming over here back then. Nobody even knew the word for it. Yeah, I don't know where Horus came from. When I think of Horus, I think of Egypt. Egyptian mythology. That's what comes to my mind. So. Vampire Hunter D. Ah, man. Vampire Hunter D is a pretty good movie. Vampire Hunter 2 D2 Bloodlust, although I have a couple of small nitpicks, like it's just so visually amazing. I have a really kick-ass AMV for Bloodlust with Full Moon by who was it? Sonata Arctica? Is that who sang it? Anyway, it's a great AMV. Ah, man. Parm, Delit, Eto, Slain, Gim, that was the dwarf, and Woodchuck. Yeah, freaking Woodchuck. That's a name for a snoopy bird, not a proper rogue. Ah, well. Ever read the Dragonlance novels? I actually only have read maybe 4 or 5 of them, but to me, there were 3 standout characters. There was the Kender, because he's a Kender, and that's kind of fun. Fun in an obnoxious, kill this guy, just kill him please kind of way, but hey, he was fun. Great spell! Fireball! Do you think a fireball? And everyone's like, no, in almost every situation, just like, no. And then finally, when they need a fireball, they're like, hey, you, do I know that spell? I don't remember. Do I know fireball? I don't think we ever I don't remember him ever casting any spell ever. It's just... And, of course, Raistlin Majer, who was the real reason we kept reading. Yeah. Supposedly, the Wizard and Dragon's crown was based on Raistlin Majer. Supposedly. Somebody had to tell me that, because I don't see the resemblance at all. In any way, shape, or form. But what do I know? Check out the Master Magic concept art. I guess I will. I'll make a note of that too. Concept art. No! Oh crap. Iron skin. That actually does suck. Oh well. Let's see. Yeah, you can just sit there. Should take 2 rocks to kill magicians, you know? Black Prayer isn't so good against Colossi, you know? Three rocks to kill a magician. We're running out of rocks. Oh, man. Quit it. Knock, knock. First strike. Everything in this army is a first striker. Sure is the brightest thing to attack these? I don't think it's very smart. Oh my gosh, it's gonna die. No it's not, because... Oh right, I still haven't tried my Mystic Surge. Okay. Links the unit to the source of all magic and Eldritch Weapon. The unit gains random enchantments, becomes fantastic, no realm, cannot be healed, loses 2 resistance, that's odd, is reduced to 1 remaining hit point after combat ends. It doesn't say anything about not being allowed to put it on a fantastic unit. It's a ridiculous buff. Crap, I can't heal them just yet. We'll heal them soon. Oh hey look, you took this city away from me. Always plop an Earth Gate in. I just gotta keep an eye on my mana crystals. If this ever hits 0, it'd be unpleasant. Oh yeah, their Berserker was amazing. The way the spirit would get into his body, that was so cool. They had a great Berserker. But when did the pen and paper game come out? Huh. So they did get one from Lotus War. Interesting. Oh, Barrick was supposed to be Elric? He is pale, but no, he's not from Melnibone. No, Obrick is not Elric. No. I swear the only kind of magic Elric seems to know is summoning. Over and over again in the novels, it's just summoning. That or calling on Ariok for a buff. No, Obrick is not Elric of Melnibone. No. No. Oh no, my capital. Elric, well, a lot of things got... Early D&D borrowed a lot of things. But, yeah. That would mean that one of the gods that gives you random magic items would be, Ariok. Possibly. Not very good. Those firestorms have really done a number here. I need to heal this stack. Let's see. Oh, come on. First strike it away. Okay, got that. Alright, let's give it a try. You did not get yourself airborne, but you did get regenerate, which is interesting. Crap, but that lowers your resistance. Alright. Well, you're immune to arrows. Great. Oh! Doggone petrify! Stupid great worms. Just, ugh. Man, if it had gotten flying, it would have just eaten all my enemies from me. Kender on a spaceship is a terrifying thought. They keep stealing important items out of the machinery. Why are all the buttons missing from this console? Want to see my new collection of shiny glowy things? That's funny. They were glowing when I found them. I'm gonna have to keep this Colossi in my capital. I can't ship it out. paladin there. You guys need a healing. Movement of 3 is just never enough to get from one city to another. I could smash that, but that would be stupid. Oh man. The Colossi are way more effective at this. Way more effective thus far. From the first book, first chapter? You mean when he still ruled Melnibone? It is amazing that she survived. So that would have been before he got Stormbringer, when he was still using herbs to get to have enough strength to live day to day. I haven't seen Stormbringer or Mournblade anywhere in Master of Magic or anything that could be considered either of them as an artifact. It'd have to be vampiric and randomly cause your unit to attack other units nearby as a free action. Stormbringer's a dick. Stormbringer is like the archetypal original evil sentient sword that all the evil sentient swords you've seen in all of fiction, they're pretty much all referencing Stormbringer. Pretty much. I mean, it's not like it was the first evil artifact ever, but it's like the most influential one. Oh, a Beastman Shaman! We needed that! We had a serious shortage of Mirren wizards. All we had was Sasra. So every single game you would see him, and he was cool. Like, he was actually one of the most interesting faces. But you'd see him every single game, and you'd get tired of seeing him every single game. Fair hair, the dark elf. Yeah, they really needed a few more Mirren wizards. 2 more Mirren wizards would have probably done a lot to round out. I mean, would it really make that big of a difference? She's already got Great Worms, so even if she loses, Seismic Mastery, on the other hand, would probably just get disjunctioned. But every single time I'd summon a Colossus, I could drop an Earthquake. I've already got Firestorm. Behemoths would be getting more my value for my value, but I'm not going to summon them. Oh crap, no, I can't cast this. Oh man. What happens with Warp Node and Seismic Mastery? Do I get 15 power back from each node, or is it an additional negative 15 power? I'd get an Earthquake every turn, but do you know what this would do to me? We would have to watch every single unit move in 2 worlds. No, this spell is straight up unplayable. See all units? No. I would never get a turn again. I don't have the patience to cast that. I can't put that in play. You still get the same amount from nodes, since Warp Node replaces it with a minus 15 total. What do you mean I still get the same amount from nodes? What? I'm trying to understand. Does it give me... does it... Are you saying that the nodes just do nothing instead of being a negative 15? What exactly does it do? See, if I turn off enemy moves display, I no longer see what's happening near my cities. And that makes me kind of blind. It always makes me feel super uncomfortable to do something like that. Okay, so the seismic mastery does add to the total. Okay. I think the adamant bowmen are more dangerous than the magicians. Oh, right, I need to recast my buffs. Crap. I might lose a paladin because of this. I haven't been using these in a while. No! Wrong way! Look, there's a whole city over here that you can wander around in. It'll be fun. Get up in there. Oh, that Manley did his job quick. Why are they holding their fire? Oh, they're out. That's weird. I thought they would have had more shots. Oh, well. Hadriex was called Darlock Wraith. I suppose. Ah, crap. Is there any way I can end it this turn? I don't want this Colossi to die. Just gonna drop an ice beam on her. Oh, good. Turns out she did something stupid instead. Cool. Bonk. I can't believe that made it through. Okay. Alright, we'll give it a try. Four turns, eh? Survival instinct will be coming in. Then I can cast that. Well, Clackons managed to be in sci-fi worlds as well. Although they've also managed to work their way into some roguelikes too. Clackons have been getting around. We'll look in a second. This will probably be my last move for today, but I have managed to burn a lot of cities. And retake one. And lose 2. No, wait, I retook 2 cities and lost 2 cities. Okay. So I'm holding in balance, sort of. Except all the earthquakes on my capital. So, you know, there's nothing left going on there. Oh, what's Angband? Not regular Angband, though. Z Angband, which I still haven't gotten to play. I want to beat Angband first, but my gosh. It's the kind of game where you can be playing it for weeks. You get really far, and then the Balrog of Moria kills your character. And you're kind of proud, because you got killed not by some random stupid thing, but by the Balrog of Moria! But you don't want to play the game for 3 weeks to get back down where you were, because permadeath, doggone it. So yeah, I've never beaten Angband. Yet. But Z Angband, like, it sounds so cool. It has so many awesome sounding races and classes, and it includes the Clackons. I think I've seen the Clackons haunting other things as well. I think they're in Masters of Orion. I think they're in... I think they're... Are they in... I can't think. I can't name anything else off the top of my head. Eventually you're gonna... I'd make Longbowmen, but there's so many firestorms. Why even bother? Ah, crap, that paladin's gonna get killed. I enjoy roguelikes like that. But yeah, they're kind of a pain in the ass. I can't attack another city till I heal. But I can definitely burn out these 3. Burn out this infestation. So a seismic mastery is coming. A survival instinct is coming. Let's take a look. At the end of today, we are now... Well, I'd like to claim credit for those dips. But it seems to me that this is not winning. Sooner or later, she's going to be pulling out new nasty high-end spells. I'm pretty sure that this game is unrecoverable. I think that it could be a very long slog that's probably going to end with her casting the Spell of Mastery and me not being able to stop it. She's got to be close. She's got to be, like, right on it at this point. She's got to be, like, right on it. There's nothing left in play. I held out better than anybody else. I could have definitely beaten everyone on my own plane. But Flandre coming in from the Mirren plane was just too much. Just too much. Just too much. I don't know. There's no way I can clear this out before the Spell of Mastery comes down. That's the city map of the Mirren Plain. A lot of those cities have multiple great worms in them, which would mean losing Colossi in every single engagement. What's in this hero stack? Not much. Just a couple of three nasty heroes, an enchanted great worm, a doom bat, some more doom. And this is all that holds my capital together. Could just fling all this crap at my capital. Yeah. Could probably drop some more firestorms on it, of course. Yeah. Anyway, so Sunday, I'm gonna download the new version of Caster of Magic with all of its alterations. 3 spells were changed in Death Magic, as well as an arcane spell, which kind of tempts me to try Death Magic, but I'm also kind of thinking of playing around with some sorcery. I've actually been ignoring sorcery a lot, so I might try to do a heavy sorcery game, or maybe not. Maybe I could go for halflings with just a smidge of life, so that I could get heroism at least, because they don't get barracks or war colleges. Or I could go with lizardmen. Lizardmen are pretty good. But what school of magic goes best with them? Getting transmute is huge if you can get them adamant on their javelins. But I just played a big nature chaos game, so I should ignore the schools of nature and chaos entirely. I could go 3-color. When was the last time I went 3-color? I can't even remember the last time I tried mixing 3 colors together. I don't know. I'll play whatever strikes my fancy. We'll try this difficulty again. But definitely not as the elves. Maybe I could just play Highman. The Highman magicians are really good with 6 figures, and I could have focus magic, maybe luck into some Aura Halcon. You never know. I'll think about it. And what retorts I'll want to try. You know, I haven't played a game with Warlord in forever. Yeah, I haven't played a game as a Warlord in forever. We shall see. I make no promises. Well, there are the Mirren races, too, to consider. Anyway. If fair is the only size to play the game on, even at the fairly low difficulties, then there's something horribly wrong. I mean, seriously. It's like the only size you can play the game on is fair. Well, that's dumb. What if I want to play it on other sizes? Yeah, I'm not gonna agree necessarily to that. I might not play it on the hugest size again. I don't know. Maybe I'll just roll a dice to see what's land size. I think I went with random game and it gave me this land size. I believe this was a random game. Yeah. Anyway, Until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Bye.